The Christmas lights.
Wowza! You've literally blown my pumpkin reveal out of the water, Dan. So thanks for that, mate.
No, I just see on the start of your video that you've got about doing your pumpkin reveal, and as I'm making my video now, I thought I would
show it off.
Show you my pumpkin. See what?
And put me to clean, mate.
Charge just to help me out. Yeah, they work harder than I do. I just walk around filming it all and pretending that I'm important, and they do all the hard graft for me.
I saw you had a photographer down the other day. You're getting a bit too big for your food.
Yeah, I know. I'm turning into Mr. Plant Geek.
She's got incredible vision, my mum, and she was just like, it's going to be like this, and then that's how the garden's going to come down, and this bit's going to sweep round here and create this amazing thing with the dingly. And I was like, really? Okay, cool.
And some of them ask me, what does it mean when you're chuffed?
Yeah.
You can't actually hear me speak.
Yes, I did actually mean to say that to you.
Well, that's good, mate, because we spent the whole... So basically, what everyone was doing was having a lovely time watching Ground Force.
And you were chatting to yourself.
And I was just chatting to myself.
Yeah,
we were planting the garlic bulbs and the garlic and the onions of the day, and I said, there's a top and a bottom, and if you plant it upside down, it won't grow to Australia. It will just take a lot longer. You know, it's...
I started my Blatant books with Bear Rabbit and Time Adventures.
I don't think I've ever read them.
Then you've missed out, me.
Hello, hey there. How are y'all doing?
Didn't really think that I'd do a Halloween special without dressing up, did ya? You'll be joking.
Yeah, so he just loves it, and he could tell you where everything is in the garden. He'd show you where the potatoes were, he'd show you where the courgettes are, he'd show you where the carrots are, he'd tell you not to touch stuff because they're not ready.
Really?
We've been harvesting pumpkins. He says, you can't touch that one one's not ready.
He's in charge of this.
Oh yeah, he project manages me.
Yes, our allotment site took part in a study called Pea and Poo in the City, which was run by the London School of Economics, and they went to several allotment sites in London and found that our toilet had the best quality poo in London.
Congratulations. What did you get for that?
Nothing, but we did.
You talking about leaving some of your lawn growing is something I definitely want to start doing to still have a place for bees, especially.
You'll have to be prepared though, because when the kids get hold of that whole idea about leaving your lawn growing, I mean, if the dandelions sometimes do get quite unruly, but if anything's flowering now in my garden, I'm not allowed to take it down, basically.
Gotta stay. Should there be smoke? Where's this smoke come from? There was always smoke.
Hello, Lee. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Not too bad. Do you know what? It's so good to see you.
It's been a while. It's been quite a bit of time, hasn't it?
I'm very well, thank you. This is really exciting. It's a great idea.
So, yeah, it's really fun trying to just find those people that are just a little bit different, doing something unusual with plants. And that was I
think having a purpose to grow is a really great way of getting young people involved.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's show. A little bit of a short show tonight, 8 till 9. And I've started a little bit early, so, fair's fair. I've started 4 minutes early, and I'm going to finish an hour early. So, It all works out in the end. Welcome. I'm not feeling too great tonight, but we've got a great interview coming. I could not miss it. I could not cancel the interview that we've got coming up tonight. Captain Here we go. Here we go. Not quite sure if that's the actual theme tune for Captain Satsuma. Tonight, we're going to find out, coming up at around 8:15, with the author, James Hobson, is coming on Captain Satsuma, talking all about kids. God, I mean, is it mainly James is really the Clark Kent of the fruit and veg world, the kids' gardening world, right? Yeah, you down with that? Are you with me? Anyway, let's see who's about tonight before we get started. Oh, we're a little bit early. I know we are. Suckers in the house, webs in the web. Oh, that's right. Right, I'm putting on the Superman t-shirt just for tonight. Just for tonight. Should we play the intro and then let's get on with it? Facilia. Or Pacilia, if you just read it off there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on.
Oh, I can't hear you, Anon. I've done something wrong with the thing. Anyway, Alison Who is what I got.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
Great, mate. Your signal is always terrible, but I'm good, my friend. Excuse me. You got an allotment? When I go, don't put artificial grass on top of me, all right?
Are you going to get composted, Lee?
Yeah, Here we go. With what night is it tonight? It's Tuesday, isn't it? It's only Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Welcome, everyone. Very excited, like I say, for tonight's interview. And I just thought I'll start a little bit early. Say hello. Absolute banging headache. Yesterday, right, I did exactly the same. At the moment, I'm doing something really quite tedious and boring. Is my books. Anyone that self-employed who knows about this knows the pain that it is. I mean, I'm a bit late, sure, but I did it yesterday. But I had a little bit of time outside in between. Today I've gone full on, and it's given me such a headache. Honestly, really has. So I thought only tonight I'll do an hour. I love doing these shows. Don't get me wrong. But going from a whole day on the old computer and then sitting in front of these lights for an evening. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not the hardest job in the world. Don't start sending your sympathies in quite yet. But yeah. It's a tough one, guys. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you had a great Tuesday. We've got a great rest of the week coming up, and even more news. If you're out, we only mentioned this yesterday, late in the show. The 12 shows of Christmas is coming on beautifully. They're starting next Thursday. If you want to tune into that next, phone lines are open, by the way, for the first 10, 15 minutes of tonight's show before James comes on. 0742 357 4520. If you want to get involved in tonight's show, it'd be great to hear from you. If you're putting on your Superman t-shirt to start tonight, as I should have told everyone, I should have dressed up. I actually think I moved my outfit today. I moved my outfit. I know I forgot about that. So it says to start tonight's show. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Hello, caller. Hello. Oh, I know what's not working. Hello.
Hiya, Lee. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's not.
All right. Okay.
Who's speaking, caller?
It's Ian. Ian Beddoes.
Beddoes. I was not so sure. It feels like such a long time since we last chat, Beddoes, that
I know it was a bit, wasn't it?
that I did
But,
wonder.
do you know, I've had the kettle on all day, waiting for you to deliver me book.
I'm not going to deliver it personally, but it is in the post now. I went through the hardship of walking into a post office and handing it over.
Wow.
And
Yeah, and you survived.
and I survived. I know, right? Maybe that's why I feel so ill now. It's on its way, mate. It's shooting across the country.
What, on snail mail? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't say it'll be there with you tomorrow, but it's on its way, which is a good start.
Yeah, someone's got it for Christmas, that's all.
Yes, well, I hope, crikey, I hope it's there before then.
I'd like it a bit earlier than that, so I can have a flick through as well.
Yeah, photocopy it. I know what you're saying. How are you, mate?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, sounding chirpy today.
And the other half's home.
Oh, well, that is...
so that's great news.
Good news, man. Good news. I think everyone will be happy to hear that. Oh, so no wonder you're sounding happy.
She got 15 boxes of pills, but she's home.
Well, that's always softens the blow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good, mate. I'm really happy for you, man. That's it's really good news.
Yeah. Nothing else to say.
No.
Just wondered where the book was, you know.
Well, it's on its way. Don't get me wrong. What you got? What are you planning this week, mate? You up to much? Doesn't have to be gardening. We can just chat.
Well, I'm still stuck at home. I'm not allowed out for another 7 days because I'm self-isolating again.
Oh, yeah, cool. This is
she
about
tested
100.
positive again when she went in.
Oh, she's a nightmare, isn't she? Keeps testing
aye.
positive.
I think I might just go out and clear out the greenhouse, get rid of all the rotting tomato plants. And
they're not still there.
Else. Oh, aye, they are.
You've been looking out your window at them.
Yeah. I go out once a day when I take the dog into the garden because she won't even go for a walk anymore.
Oh, well, that old thing.
16 years old, who's had enough.
Is that old? I'm guessing that is quite old for a dog, right? They're like double,
it is, yeah.
double dog age.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
7 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Per year, per
well, that's it.
Human year or something. So she's doing very well.
So what you're telling me, right, is while the missus has been in the hospital, you've just been what? Just been chilling, not doing much, tidying the house. I don't know.
Dusting, hoovering, washing, cooking.
Sure. Is she sitting?
Everything.
Is she sitting next to you right now? Is this why you're saying this? There's a cover up in it.
Yeah. She just went away for a rest, I think.
Yeah, well, I would. Well, mate, yeah, go and do something productive this week, Ian.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Before it gets too cold.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it. I'll carry on listening.
Mate, awesome to hear from you. I'll speak to you later.
All right. See you soon.
Bye, dude. Bye, dude. There you go. Mr. Ian Beddoes there. Great to hear from him tonight on the show. Sugg says, did Ian rush around with the Hoover in time? We all know. Sugg also says, you say it's not the hardest job in the world, but it's flipping hard work. We have to say that to our audience feel sorry for us. No, I'm not saying it's not. It literally is not the hardest job in the world, but yeah, fun way. Maybe the most important job in the world. What else would you do with those 2 hours? I mean, 1 hour tonight. Sure, I know what you're saying, but those 2 hours of your evening, peeps, your evening. Anyway. If I had a greenhouse, I'd definitely be getting out there. Tomorrow needs to be the day. I just need to split up my day. Just get some air. Worked all right yesterday. I just can't sit in front of a screen all day. I just can't do it. Birdwatch. No birds. It's Tuesday now. Then bird feeder's been up for 4 to 5 days now. Not a single bird still. Not a single bird. Good news, though, is that I checked the veggie pod after about a week of nothing happening, and loads of seeds have started popping up. Loads of my October, what year month we in? Loads of seeds that I got sent by Mr. Suggett in October are going crazy right now in the veggie pod. They are loving it. Not had to water it. I love that thing. Love it. There's a reason why we're going to try and get them all into the schools next year. Other great news today, I just might as well share my day with you, is we're doing some filming next year for this school thing I'm doing, which I'm really excited about. Might as well talk about kids stuff, as we've got Captain Satsuma coming on. And I asked the head teacher, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, come and film." So that was a right touch today. I thought it'd be like some rules or can't come in on a Saturday. I was like, "Oh yeah." She was like, "Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we'll just get someone to open the gates for you." I was like, "Cool." So everyone really supporting the school thing. Another meeting tomorrow about that. So it's all going well. The planning's going well, although it has took a bit of a pause this week for the old finance side of things. The veggie pod is a seriously great piece of kit, says Mr. Suggett. Seriously great. Agreed. 100% agreed. It's a good bit of kit, mate. Good bit of kit. Like I say, I sowed them seeds and I've not had to do anything with them, which is my type of gardening. And the weather we've got at the moment, we've got plenty of rain, haven't we? So that's handy, isn't it? That's handy. And like I say, that's the reason we're using that veggie pod. Oh, really great to hear from him. Didn't he sound happy? Didn't he? Tonight on the show, let me get into it then, peeps. Should we play? Here we go. Here we go. Are you ready? This is what I was talking to you earlier about. Suggs, ready? Tonight on the show, we've got Mr. Do you call him Mr.? Probably not. Captain Satsuma himself, James Hobson. He's going to love that being played throughout the interview tonight. Before James comes on the show, I want to quickly tell you about his book. James was supposed to come on. He was meant to be the first guest of this live show. Unfortunately, we couldn't get him on back in September. But finally, just before Christmas, hang on, he's worked that out, why didn't he? Just before Christmas, we've got him on the podcast, which is very, very exciting. And I want to quickly show you, or at least tell you, about his book, Captain Satsuma, which is an awesome kids book. And I've had a good old read of it, and Olive really enjoys it. And I think anything that jazzes up the whole gardening thing, and I mean, how many people are going to go as Captain Satsuma now for the next fancy dress party? The first fancy dress party that we get. Before James comes on, I want to quickly show you the website. This book is such... Well, I'm going to really sell this book tonight. Actually, this makes sense because his dad was a greengrocer. So, round up if you want. How was greengrocer speak? Come on, everybody. Hey. Round up for your apples, pears, your Satsumas, your books. Such great value for this book. Let me just quickly show you. $6.99 includes post and packaging. $6.99. That is good value, isn't it? I mean, no, sure, it's £10 for a sketching kind of book, but $6.99. For this book, and like I say, it really jazzes. Is that all right? Maybe that's the wrong way to sell this book. Really jazzes up gardening. So let me show you a little bit of it on the old Captain Satsuma website. Hi. So I wonder if he's got a voice already. Oh my gosh! Imagine if this is turned into a I'm going to ask James when he comes on, if this is turned in to a cartoon on CBBC or CBBS, I want to be the voice. Shall I do this is my audition for the voice. All right, hopefully James will hear this, right? Because he'll think of me. He'll think, oh, I know exactly the right person. Hi, I'm from Planet Superseed. Before you go to bed tonight, pull back. And if you look closely, you might see a small star glittering, brighter than the others. You're being guided to Planet Superseed, home of the Frugies, living fruit. Are we in? What happened there? Damn gremlins! What happened right there? What just happened? My incredible impression of Captain Satsuma fell on deaf ears because of internet connection. Unbelievable. The one audition that could have sent me stratospheric, guys. Stratospheric. Just what happened? Anyway, Captain Satsuma could be 10 o'clock after all. Captain Satsuma is available right now. It's a great one for children, and it is a lot of fun over on their website, captainsatsuma.co.uk. But who is, I hear you cry, Captain Satsuma? Here we go. Hello. This is my audition. I'll start again. Hello. I'm very pleased to meet you. I've arrived here from my own planet, Superseed, with my team, the Fuji 4. Hang on. It's like the Fantastic Four, isn't it? It's got. Don't worry about it. We're on a really important mission. They'll provide lots of fun for you all. I can confirm that. Confirmed. By following us, you'll get the chance to see fruit and vegetables. I'm really very interested and exciting. Our adventures will also be available in a series of storybooks, starting with He's Always Selling, Captain Satsuma, starring Captain Satsuma as added, which has been released. That, everyone, is Captain Satsuma. Right there. Sounds like robes, snug and cozy. Don't tell Vobes about it, because he'll be all over it. He'll be like, I'll be able to do the voice of that. I'll be able to do the voice of that. Hey, don't want that. We've had some great interviews this year as well, which has been a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to this one. It's going to happen any minute now. If you've got any questions during this interview, during the stream, I know you guys usually do, whack them in the comments. Any questions at all? Coming up on tonight's show, any second now. I've done the impression of Captain Satsuma. I've already done it. Done the impression. Remember that? I got that book recently. Remember that book I got from about bees, Phoebe and the Bee? It was such a great one. Like, such a great example of gardening put into a book. I love that one. Exactly the same as this. I mean, my book is more of a instructional book. But things like this are like really educational along the way, which I absolutely love. Hello, Kelly. Nice to see you. You don't usually get a personal hello like that, do you? We were just waiting for an interview to kick off. I'm going to get my just as James comes on the stream, right? Get my music ready, honey. Right, it's good. It's good. Watch this. It's good. It's good to go. Does Captain Satsuma? Oh, hang on. Does Captain Satsuma have an arched enemy? I'm not sure. Is the answer to that? I don't know. Ben Banana, says Ian Pedos. Could be Ben Banana. That's true. Could be. I wonder if Ben Banana. I don't know if he does have an arch enemy, actually. Let's have a look. Does Captain... I don't know if you can Google this. I wonder if he does. We've not got far enough into the book to know. Oh, here we go. Find out if they can foil one of the Evil Joe's plans in the first book. Oh, yeah, of course. Devious plans materialize. Actually, you can see some of the book in the thing. What's the Cap's kryptonite? Also a very good question. Are these the questions you want me to ask in this interview? Can you do one on Ben Banana? What's the Cap's kryptonite? Nick Nettles, maybe. Nick Nettles. Could be Nick Nettles, couldn't it? It could be. Nick Nettles. Sergeant Satsuma, his evil brother, could also be another character. Are we writing in the second book? Or are we just writing some more episodes for my awesome voice of Captain Satsuma? Yes, they are real questions. We want to know. Honestly, they are important. I tell you what, look, I'm only going to do one of these tonight. So let's whack in a ad break, and then we'll get the captain on. Yo, whoa, what's going on? Welcome to the advert, and thanks so much for watching the show tonight. Without you guys, we couldn't put together the best bits of the Skinny Jean Gardener podcast. I really do appreciate you spending your time calling in and taking part in the comments. Make sure you continue commenting throughout the advert. Tell me what you're up to. Tell me what you want me to chat about. Because without you, we couldn't create the Best Bits podcast, which you can listen to if you type into your podcast catcher. It's like a podcast catcher is like a podcast that's like flying by, and you sort of have to grab it and then listen to it. It's a Skinny Jean Gardener podcast. We put best bits out 4 days a week. That's content for you to listen to 4 days a week. So if you miss a show, then don't worry about it. Go listen to the best bits, because there is some best bits. I know, it is surprising, right? I know, right? So thank you very much for listening and watching tonight. Supporting the podcast this year in 2020 is the fantastic Flymo. And I just want to say thank you very much for them for sponsoring the podcast. Just because it's a new year next year doesn't mean I won't be doing stuff with them. Remember, they are my nan's favourite gardening brand, so I can't leave them that easily. But it does mean that we've got no sponsor on the show. So if you want to sponsor the show, then you can. Or you can help support by getting some of these amazing gardening products like this. The How to Get Kids Gardening book by me, the Skinny Jean Gardener. I'm really proud of this, as you well know. I do talk about it a lot. All my ideas packed into one book. Remembering we've got Christmas coming up, it's such a great one. For instance, you can create, here we go, a bird feeder. There's Olive, me and Olive, creating a bird feeder. Really simple, cheap ideas. Over 30 packed into this book. So if you're thinking about getting a Christmas gift for the grandkids, for the kids, for mum and dad, to get gardening next year, God knows we're going to need more gardening in 2021, then this is the book. I mean, there was other books, but this is the book. This is the book for you. Go check it out right now. It's on amazon.co.uk. I'm sure Lee will whack a link in the comments right now. So go check that out. Also, if you want to get gardening in 2021, then you need to join Garden Club. Here it is, Garden Club. There's so much involved. You've got the weekend exclusive Weekend Breakfast podcast, which you can listen to every Saturday morning, and it will just give incredible value, incredible content to listen to, plus so much more, including Ask Skinny Jean Gardener, which is an instant access to moi. That's right, you got a question? Instantly access me. So much more that we will unpack later on in the advert. Go check it out. Again, link is in the comments. It's £3.30 a month. You can't go wrong with that. So, there we go. There's the adverts. More coming up. Thanks for your support, and I'll speak to you very soon. We've got a couple of seconds of the adverts. I just... Let's get on with the show. Right, welcome back to the show. After about half hour, just waiting for Captain Satsuma. I don't know if Captain Satsuma is going to make it tonight. He's at the moment struggling to get the this up on stream. So we'll see, guys, whether Captain Satsuma will be joining us tonight. Could be a yes, could be a no, but nobody really knows. Coming up this week, we've got another garden and ground force tomorrow. At 8 p.m. We're going to do 2 hours tomorrow night, back again, and then our great great award show is coming up. Actually, do you know what? While we're waiting, and if you never know, Captain Satsuma might join us at some point, and if he does, then we'll literally start again. I would actually really like to know. There's a few different things. The reason, okay, right. Welcome back tonight. There's a few different. Right, let me try and get it up. The reason I'm doing an awards thing on Thursday is because the Garden Media Guild Awards, which, you know, to just a lot of people don't really mean a lot, but you know, to the media, I suppose it does. The Garden Media Guild Awards are happening this Thursday, and there's a load of awards that we are going to announce the winners to live on this show. We'll be the first live show to announce the winners, as long as they're announced. And we're going to do our own awards as well, which I'm really excited about. So in the comments over the next 10 minutes, I'd love to hear from you about what you think we should be doing. What awards shall we... Now, I'll be honest with you, they're not voted by the general public. Although we should really, shouldn't we? We should probably... What we'll do is I'll write the list of people who we think should possibly win. And then together through the comments and the phone, we will do the thing. So you guys will decide ultimately. But the award categories that we've already got that we will find out on Thursday will be the Peter Seabrook Practical Book of the Year Award, Garden Book of the Year, publication, photographies. We've got Journalist of the Year, Environmental Award. There's so many more, but ignore that for now because one man has just joined us. Finally, ready? Can we go, everyone?
Good evening, and my sincere apologies to when I kick on StreamYard to find out I have Safari on my computer and I have to download Google Chrome.
Oh, maybe I should have told you that, mate.
Good evening, anyway, and my sincere apologies for keeping you waiting.
Don't worry about it, James. Welcome to the show, mate. It's really nice to finally see ya. How's things, dude?
Okay, thank you. Okay. It's a funny experience for everybody at the moment, isn't it? It's a strange old world we're living in. So I think we're all having to adapt to different things. And for me, it's probably not the greatest year to have attempted to launch a book, and that's what I did. So I haven't really done an official launch as such. It's we've kept safe and well, and you know, that's all you can wish for everybody, all your listeners, watchers, yourself, and everybody. That's all you can wish for.
That's it, mate. Don't worry about launching a book this year. I launched it and we went into lockdown a day after. So
exactly. Yeah, that's absolutely. Wish we were using the same people.
James, the reason we've got you on here is obviously your new book. We'll keep calling it new because it still is new this year. Captain Satsuma. Now, I can't remember how I come across this book, but I love it so much. Can you firstly tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, how did you get into this whole how did you get into writing to begin with?
How did I get? Oh, you've got to blame my granddaughter, really, because I never intended. It was never my aim to do this in the first place, really. And Captain Satsuma came about. My granddaughter was 4.5 at the time, and she loves drawing. So we went and spent some time, myself and my wife, with my daughter and her husband, and with the granddaughter. And while we were there, she got me doing some little bits of drawing with her, and it was drawing things in the room, really. And my drawing's not great, and then while we were drawing, she got up and she went and got a she just got up and walked off, went in the kitchen and came back with a Satsuma. And she just put it down on the table in front of us. And I for some reason, I drew this little Satsuma, and we got crayons, so I drew him, and then she was carrying on with her own picture, and I drew a little face on him, and then I drew a body on him and that sort of thing. And I'd almost finished him, and the granddaughter she sort of glanced over and she said, "Who's that?" I don't know. I just made a name up in my head. I said, "Oh, it's because at the time he got a bandana and a bit of a cape on. He's altered slightly now." And I said, "Oh, it's Captain Satsuma." And she just said, "Never heard of him." I just carried on with the drawing, and I was quite sort of, and I dug a hole for myself really, because I went and said, "Oh, he's going to be really famous, everybody's going to hear about. He's going to be about everywhere," and I bigged myself up, I suppose, and you dig a hole for yourself, and then you've got to get out of it. So about 2 days later, we went back to the house to visit him, and you got to go up some steps to the house. Before I got halfway up, she was at the door, and she said to me, "Captain Satsuma, you told me he was going to be in all the shops, Gan." And she said, "What a load of rubbish that was, because he isn't anywhere." And from that, that's how he came about, really. And I sort of came away, and I thought I wanted to write a little story just to prove how wrong, really.
Yeah.
Well, I started writing this story, and my baddie character in it is called Count Rubbish. And he came about by her telling me I was talking a load of rubbish. So it all sort of falls into place, really. But that's how it came out. I never intended to do that. I came to Cornwall to live down in Cornwall with my wife about 4 years ago, and I was working at a lighthouse at the time. I worked at an inland lighthouse as a tour guide, and so I never ever expected to ever do anything like I'm doing now. It was not my intention.
No. Well, it's definitely different, mate. Your dad was a greengrocer?
My dad was a greengrocer many years ago. When I was growing up, when I was 13, I used to work for my dad, and till I was in the school holidays and on a Saturday, and my dad had a greengrocer for 24 years. So we used to start. So he had a really good greengrocer. You can probably tell from my accent, I'm not actually from another planet like Captain Satsuma. I come from the Midlands. So my dad had a greengrocer outside Wolverhampton, and he was a great man, my dad. He was a lovely man, and I thoroughly enjoyed working for my dad, and that's where I suppose we always ate good food, and Dad used to, he helped me a lot, really, in my life. He helped me get my first job and everything. So yeah, he had a greengrocer, so I knew about fruit and veg. So it's going back really to more roots, I suppose, in some ways. Yeah,
because in your I only know from your website all the many different jobs you've had. Have you ever done anything? Because you didn't go into greengrocing, right?
I didn't. My dad at one time, at the time, my dad had his shop, and my dad. Yeah. I'll tell you a short story, Lou. What my dad said to me, he said, "You never want to do anything in retail. You want to go and work for the council or local government and get good pay," he said, and keep away from retail. And we're like that. We took no notice, and I worked in the department store for 11 years when I got my job through my dad. I went for an interview at the department store, and I think they interviewed in a week. That's how to pick. I think they picked 20 people, and they interviewed 250.
Oh wow!
And I went on the last day, on the Friday afternoon. They'd interviewed in the morning and the afternoon, from Monday through to the Friday, and I went on the last lot. And the same lady did. It was in group interviews of about 20 or 30 people at the time. And I was the only person to be in the whole week who knew how to use a till. And I learned that from my dad. So I went on and I worked in a department store, and then I worked on a toy department in a department store for about 5 years. So I've got a younger brother as well. So interaction. I like having a laugh with the kids and whatever and that sort of thing. And it's all about, interacting with them in a fun way. That's what I've tried to do with Captain Satsuma. That's me, really, what Captain Satsuma. I like to have a laugh and that sort of thing. It's having a laugh, but there's messages in there that are, there's subtle messages in there for kids. I don't believe in demanding anything of anybody.
Yeah.
What I do believe is that if you can encourage and educate kids in the right way, in a fun way, I think that's the way. That's the way to go with them, really, and that's what I've tried to do with Captain Satsuma.
Yeah, because in this book, you almost don't really realise. I only know from reading bits to my daughter that you don't really realise that you're learning stuff along the way. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's because it's fun.
Yeah,
they don't really realise that.
It's I tried to be subtle with my messages, and the nice thing for myself is there's quite a few people that are sort of got far greater knowledge than me in these sort of areas, in nutrition and in doctors, and quite a few people that have written books and that sort of thing and appeared on the TV in bits of things and bits of shows, and they get it. They can see it, and they really have been so supportive and so kind with their comments about it, because it is subtle messages for kids. You've got to see it. So there's subtle messages in there about the environment. There's subtle messages about food. There's subtle messages about ripping up the countryside, and some people having too much, and greed and stuff like that is no good. It's where it's based. It's based on a place called Nome Island, which is my version of Earth today, really, that sort of thing. Because exactly what's happening there is what's happening, around us, really. So. I owe a lot to this. When I was writing it, I've never written before, and I needed I went to a story editor, a guy called Martin Beardsley, and I'm going to give Martin a mention because Martin was a massive help for me. This was going to be a picture book to begin with, and I sent it to Martin, and Martin said you should develop the characters more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what Martin did. Martin helped me with my story, but he didn't alter it.
Yeah.
He let me write it as if it was me. So rather than me write it and then a story editor comes in and if it's a, I don't know, 50-page book and a story editor does 40 pages of it and you do 10 yourself. Martin didn't. Right. He basically said, do this, do that, do the other, and I've never forgotten that. And he look him up. Anybody that's listening to that, he's a really, really nice man, and I owe Martin a lot, and I've never forgotten that. And he writes story kids books himself. He's a really nice guy. So yeah, I want to give him a mention. I want to give Russell Becker from Rocket Pixels, who did all my illustrations, a mention as well, because without Russell there wouldn't be a Captain Satsuma, I suppose, as you see.
Yeah, they look amazing, don't they? I think it brings it to life, man. I love it. I totally do. So a lot of the messages in there are basically your thoughts, but sort of almost kiddified up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll try and kiddify them up. So there's some daft characters in there and that sort of thing. I've got there it is. Yeah, there's some ridiculous characters in there, if you like. I made them all up myself. So, yes, it is. So, when I was doing it, I thought, for a start, there's got to be a little storyline. So I haven't written one book. I've written enough stories for a series of 6 books.
Oh, wow.
That's what I've done. So I've put out a little post tonight on Instagram, which is the first time I've hinted that I've done more stories, and I have, because Captain Satsuma comes from a planet called Planet Superseed. And I want to, in time, I want to explain to the kids as well how a Satsuma is walking about, talking and walking, and how he does that. So I'm going to, in time, I'm going to tell you how he's created Captain Satsuma as well, and it's all done in a fun way. And there's a little bit of it's like what shall I say? It's like a fruit and veg version of Harry Potter. It can be it can be continuous if you wish it to.
Yeah.
But you can find out all about all these, how it all came about. And I know, because obviously I've written it anyway.
Yeah.
So I know what the ending is going to be in the last one.
Wow.
You know, I know what I already know that, but I've done the drafts for more than 6, but I think 6 would probably be enough, and it will build up and it'll tell a complete story, and it's quite a lot of fun as well.
The bits that are can you explain a little bit about the like the educational little golden nuggets that are in the book?
Yeah, I think first of all, there's obviously a mention, because is what I wanted to do to begin with was kids to see fruit and vegetables in a different light, so to see them as positive characters. So by having a team of fruit and veg characters, it's Captain Satsuma and the Frugi Four. The Frugi Four are Undercover Carrot, Masked Pepper, Miss Sweetcorn, and Kate Pear, and basically they're just they have a bit of fun. They're fun adventurers. They're like a little team, and that sort of space. I suppose they're like the Avengers or whatever, you know, but the fruit and veg version of them. And I wanted kids to see fruit and vegetable in a positive and a different way. And then I try and drop little subtle messages about what's going on. So Captain Satsuma's main rival in the book, or his main, well, there's 2. There's Count Rubbish, who's arrived on Nome Island, and there's a reason why everybody's on Nome Island. I'm not telling you, I'm not telling anybody else at the moment. You would find out in time. Count Rubbish, he's there, he has his own shops, and he's selling a lot of unhealthy food. So I will try and drop little messages out in my story. So there's, to give you an odd line, there's Count Rubbish has two staff, Stinky Sock Pixie and Bruiser Gnome, that work for him. And Bruiser Gnome will say how he's been eating Count Rubbish's food and his trousers don't fit him anymore. It's all corny stuff, really, in some ways. But it's what I will try and do is bring it together from a health point of view. So Freddie Elf, who owns the healthy shop on Nome Island, he's based on my dad. My dad was Fred, so Freddie Elf is based on my dad, and that's the least I could do for my dad, was base a character on him, really.
Yeah.
So he sells. There's quite a lot of mention about Freddie selling all this good stuff, and obviously Count Rubbish is trying to destroy all this good stuff. So for me, I will try and get onto all my work I'm doing. So there's little bits. If you see my book, it's got, even the numbers on the pages are fruit and vegetables. Even there's quite a few. I'm trying to get bees and wildlife into it as well, and nature, the environment. And even at the end, it's the message at the end, really. At the end of the book, I won't spoil it, because if you haven't read it, he's trying to say, look, this is why, if you go shopping, it's worth having a look for some healthy food. But I'm not here to bang on to people. I'm not one of those, you should eat this, you shouldn't eat that. I'm here to sort of say, well, if you have a good balanced diet, then, and your children have a good balanced diet, then I think that they're going to have a good life, and that sort of thing. And as well, the other thing that I'm now doing as well, which has come about since I've done my book, I've become involved in and I'm endorsing, I'm supporting the Young Chef of the Year awards, which are like a national award, and those are done through schools as well. And it's a fantastic thing. It is so good, and it's definitely worth. If you're a parent, teacher, child, and you're looking and you've never heard of them, if you go on the Young Chef Awards on online and look at them, and try and get your school involved in these, because they're terrific awards, and it can be part of the curriculum as well. So it's not only teaching kids about, and they haven't even got to have cooking facilities in the school to go in for this. And it's really teaching kids all the basics as well. All that's, I'm doing that in the background as well. But my main city is to get on with my Captain Satsuma story.
Yeah, of course. It's got to be perfect for like early years and
it's what it really is. It's for it's ideally it's for sort of early readers, really, and that sort of thing. That's where I would say that it's based. It's young and early readers and that sort of thing. And I've gauged that through. I've had two or three who've been primary school teachers who've bought my book, and they think it's suitable for an age group probably of about 4.5 upwards, and it up to probably about 7 and that sort of thing, really. Yeah. So, but when I've written it, I've always tried to write it by thinking, well, kids don't always read on their own, so I want it to be something that if you're a parent and you're reading to your kid, because sometimes I want to read the same book over and over and over again, there's got to be something in there for you. So I want you to be able to, when I was writing it, I wanted parents to be able to have a smile at this as well and think, yeah, that's quite funny. I know where this guy's coming from with that, and what he's doing. That was always my intention. It's got to be fun for parents as well as kids, and them to get something out of it.
Well, let me tell you, James, as a parent of a 5.5-year-old who reads a lot of books that, like you say, kids want to read them over and over again. I don't mind reading this one over and over again.
Thank you. That's actually really kind of you, and I appreciate that. It's all I want is people to be. I'm never gonna, my sort of writing skills. It's written as me. I wrote this. This is me. So there's nobody else to blame. My granddaughter. You should blame her. If you don't like it, just blame her.
What does she think about it now? It's actually a proper book.
I suppose I funded all this myself. This whole project myself. I've had no loan. I've had no crowdfunding. Nothing. I've funded this out of my savings, and it isn't a cheap thing to do, and that sort of thing, because by the time you've set it all up and done everything, it's done a lot. The first book that I always wanted my granddaughter to have, the first book. So I had one or two, especially which were numbered. And when I got the books, I had them all printed in Cornwall, and they've been really printed to really nice standards as well. And the first book I wanted Jess to have that was to be her book. Yeah. And our daughter sent me a photograph of her opening the book. And to be honest with you, if I never sold another one out of all of them, to see her face when she was opening it and how excited she was, I cried a little bit, because it just meant so much to me. Yeah. She was so happy that her face when she got this. So if I never sold another one, I would have still got something out of this, and I'd have had no regrets, with it. So, yeah, she loved it. She drove her mum and dad up the wall with Captain Satsuma. She ran about the house swinging her socks round, saying she was Stinky Sock Pixie, and she went to school and probably drove them all bananas about it, you know, and stuff like that. But as long as she liked it, it was written for her. And eventually, if my business and I make something of it, and that's always been my intention, was to make something of it. I wanted Captain Satsuma, if he does become successful, and who knows, he might and he might not, whoever knows when you start off. But I wanted to do this because if he does and he gets known, at some time he will be hers, because I will sign my business over to her. That, when she leaves school, that's what I wanted to do. So she's got a start in life.
Wow, what an incredible story to like picture back to sitting at the table with your granddad just doodling a Satsuma.
It's sometimes it's what you don't expect to do, you end up doing, and that sort of thing. And I've been lucky in my life, and is all I really want. I see it's a tough old world out there. It's a tough world for everybody really at the moment, especially what's been going on. It's a hard world for kids, and I think with kids they need something, and she's a charming little girl. She's a charming little girl. You should have had her on the show instead of me. She's really she's alive at the Apollo Entertainment without realizing it. She's fantastic. They don't realize, do their kids, how entertaining they are. They come out with some absolute pearlers.
I really do.
Sort of thing, and I think that's all part of it, really. So I promised her I would write a book, and I've achieved that. So
I
wouldn't let it down.
One thing that I think this book's, and I talked about it just before you came on, is that I really think that if this book has not turned into a CBBC or CBeebies series, then it would be crazy, because it'd be amazing to be an actual cartoon. Can you just promise me live on the podcast that if that happens, can I audition first as the voice of Captain Satsuma?
Yes, you can do it. Actually, that's really nice, because somebody, I can't say who this is, somebody else who's from a professional body last week told me, I said, you should turn this into you know, a cartoon series and that sort of thing. And I never even thought of that, to be honest with you. I can have so much fun. I've got a lot of new characters to introduce. In my other stories, there's more to come on board, and you know, I think there's some really, I hope that, you know, people are going to look forward to seeing one or two new ones in the future, because there is really, there's a lot to go on. There's a lot I've got done with Captain Satsuma. There's some great things, and I would have liked to have got out, but it's not possible for me to do that at the moment and whatever. I would have liked to have got something out for Christmas, because I think what I've written with the Christmas thing in is the best thing I've written on top of this as well, really. But we'll see.
Do you reckon another book's going to be out next year? Do you reckon?
Oh, gee. It really depends, Lee, because as I say, I tried so hard to. I think with me, I had no experience of writing. I didn't go down the route that a lot of people take and go on a writing course or anything like that. I'm too old. I'll go on Instagram, and I'm 61 now. I go on Instagram, and I'm conversing with people that are bloody 30 years younger than me and stuff like that. I don't want to go on a writing course at my age. You know, it's no. So it is what it is. I think when a lot of people had a look at this, I send it off to publishers, and people to have a look at this agents, and I got really close on 2 or 3 occasions, and I didn't, and I ended up having to self-publish it. So I think when you self-publish a book, and then you think all the things that I was going to do, which was go around and visit schools and all this sort of thing, and shows. My book was coming out at Easter, and you know all about this sort of thing and what it can do and damage your business. So I haven't been able to do anything. So I've purely sold them through my website and that sort of thing. I'm doing it like that at the moment. So will another book be out next year? I'd like to think so. Yes, I would like to think that yes, I can get another book out next year. The work's done for it, really.
Yeah.
It depends with me is what I need to do. It's like any business, really. My idea is if Captain Satsuma sells, I will plough the money from the sales of Captain Satsuma back into the next Captain Satsuma and that sort of thing. But I would like to think that, you know, sometime next year I can bring out another story of Captain Satsuma. Yeah, there's a lot to happen with him, and I'd like to share that with people as well, because I enjoy doing it. So yeah,
that's awesome. James, where can everyone get? Because a few people wrote in the comments. Richard wrote he knows what book he's going to get his niece for her birthday, but even for Christmas, this is going to go out on the podcast. So
where can you buy it? You can only buy it at the moment through my website at the moment. It's all done properly and that sort of thing. It all goes through PayPal and whatever, and it's me. I pack and post your books up. There's only me deals with it and that sort of thing. I do all that. You know, for something for Christmas, I've got 1 or 2 sort of bits and pieces. I've got some quite nice bookmarks and some stickers that come out with them and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, I at the moment it's available through my website. I may do something. It's possible I may sell on Amazon in the future. I don't know. And I have had, I'm hoping at some time that you will be able to buy it in some retail outlets. I'm hoping that will happen. People have shown interest in it, but at the moment, I'm having to do everything myself. But you can, as I say, you can get it. It's printed. It was printed by St. Austell Printing Company. It's printed at a highest quality. So I send them out to you. So it's through my website, which is www.captainsatsuma.co.uk, and it tells you on there about me and that sort of thing and who I am. You can check me out if you want to.
James, thanks so much, man. Thanks so much for coming on tonight.
Thanks to you so much for giving me the opportunity to come on. I do apologise that you know, I didn't get on till about 10 minutes after I should have done, and don't boo me off, please.
James, honestly, thanks so much. Yeah, so
thank you very much indeed, and you take care as well, and thank you very much for doing things like this to give me and others an opportunity to come on. It's really appreciated. All the best, mate. You do some fantastic work yourself.
Thank you, man. Thanks so much, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go, everyone. James hopped in on the show. I'm so happy we stuck around for that tonight. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I don't know, Beddoes, if Nick Nettles is going to happen, but I'm sure you can play Nick Nettles in the CBBC's remake of the book. Captain Satsuma is available now. If you're going to do anything for Christmas, I think a few of you have seen it already, but it's captainsatsuma.co.uk at $6.99 for a Christmas present. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna get my cousins. Well, not my cousins, they're a bit older, 18. My nieces, I should say, for Christmas, because I know they're gonna absolutely love that. Absolutely love it. Thanks so much, James, for coming. I didn't get to play the. Oh, I didn't play the. bottled it, didn't I? Bottled it. Right, let's have an ad break, and then I might stay on a little bit longer. All right. Yo, focus. Second advert of tonight. Thanks so much for sticking with us, and what a great show, right? And just in case it's not great, and what a show! It's it's usually better than this. So just covering all steps. It's there. One more. Oh, and sorry about what he just said, but welcome to the show. This is the second advert of the night, and hey, if you're a brand that wants to get involved in this show, it's really simple. Get in touch, lee@skinnyjeangardener.co.uk. It's not a lot of dosh, mate. Not a lot of dosh, and provides so much value to your followers because it means that this show can go on your platform as well, opening up such a wide range of conversation to your followers, providing value every single, not every single day, but at least 4 days a week, which is pretty good value, let me tell you that. And hey, don't worry, you too can support the show by becoming a member of GDN Garden Club. I mentioned it in the first advert, and I just want to go into it in a little bit more detail in this advert because I know loads of you are asking about it. It's £3.30 a month. What could you buy with £3.30 a month? Like a cheap coffee, probably, a Big Mac meal. Not a lot that will provide you this amount of value. I'm really proud of this, exactly the same as the book, but this is so great for 2021 if you want to get gardening, whether you're with the kids, whether you're on your own. It's absolutely perfect. For instance, the Weekend Breakfast podcast to begin with is so awesome. It comes out every Saturday morning. The first one was with Jimmy Doherty. We have exclusive interviews that you won't hear on this show. Sorry guys, GDN Club only. The Weekend Breakfast podcast, exclusive podcast just to club members. We also have Make to Create videos, which gives you ideas of what you can create out in the garden, and just gives you a little simple how-to. Again, not seen anywhere else on the YouTube. We've got the community hub, which is really awesome because it means the whole of the group members can come to one place and share their ideas, come together, community members, and chat with Lee. We all get there, chat about what we're up to, and share ideas because it's all about sharing ideas, very much like this show. We also have the Ask Skinny Jean Gardener part of the app, which means you can instantly access me. It will come through to my phone, your question, and I can get back to you instantly. We have the How to Get Kids Gardening digital book and audio book as well. And finally, for schools, we have a schools part right there, which is free for schools. So if you're a teacher, it does mean that you get instant access for absolutely free. You just have to email me from a school email and we'll make that happen. Oh, and also we've got news at the bottom. So there's some fresh news every single week telling you what's going on. I'd love for you to be part of it. £3.30 a month is like nothing. It's so much value in there. Go check it out. The link is in the comments right now. For now, back to the show. Getting better. Getting better is right. That's a lot cheaper than a tenner. $6.9. Yeah, all right. Okay, well, all right. Yeah, all right. He also wrote. Did you see the guy that wrote a book on making money, then asked people to fund the printing of it? Someone wrote a comment that if it was good, he should read it himself. Or is there some irony there that he's writing a book about writing money, but he's going to go fund it, and that's how you make money? Perhaps. Thanks so much, James, for coming on the show tonight. Absolute pleasure. I'm going to stay around for another 10 minutes, maybe. I really wanted to get James on after we couldn't do it in September. I'm just feeling really ropey today, guys. Really ropey. Today, go check that out. That's Satsuma book. We'll be checking that at some point. I'll be getting my hands on. That's an awesome little bite. At the moment, I'm looking for really cool little presents like that for. I've got my Christmas list. Right, ready to go. You're not on it, Beddoes, but there you go. And that's going to be one of them that goes straight in the bag. Straight in. Right. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. Look, there's not many of you about tonight on it. Do you want? No, actually, I don't know if I can. Oh, I could do a little bit. Right. So I don't know if you heard me recently, but I've just finished the editing on my. I just finished the editing on the Christmas single, which is going to be released, and which I think I probably will do a exclusive just for you guys preview next week. But then I'm going to give you a little bit of the Christmas single. I've done a Christmas single which we are raising money for Green Fingers charity and also Perennial, two fantastic charities which we've supported before. Do you want to hear? When is it Christmas then? It's Christmas next week, mate. Do you want to hear a very little bit of the song? Do you want to hear a little bit? Fine Lines are now closed, guys. Just before I go tonight, do you want to hear just a very tiny little bit of that song? Do you? Let me find it. Just a little smidge. Where was it actually? I could probably deleted it. There it is. Are you ready? Okay, right, let me get it up. Can't have Christmas until the first Saturday in December. Well, we know. Probably right. Right, do you want to hear a little bit of it? Here we go. Ready? I used to think Monty was my friend before security said get out again. And where's the titch marsh gone? I'd love to spend Christmas at his home. That's enough, says Bellas. You can hear the whole thing. It's got to be so horrible to me for. Huh? Let him come on the show. He's so horrible. That's a little smidge of what you've got coming up next week. Who's playing the piano? I am, obviously. Obviously playing piano. Didn't know I could play the piano, did you? Nope. No, I know. Right. Right. That was just a little bit. I'm sorry about tonight's show. I really feel not 100%, which is not ideal for a 2-hour show. I know. I really don't think I can do another 50 minutes. But I will be back tomorrow for a ground force special once again, a watch along, which I'm very excited about. And also I will be doing the awards on Thursday. All right. The awards on Thursday. I really can't look at Beddo's comments sometimes because it really throws me. He says, do we have to listen to that to win the prize? Oh. Right. Then we'll be doing the awards. I'll be wearing some sort of suit. Probably I've got to find a suit first. On Thursday. And then it's the weekend. Oh my God. Thanks for sticking around tonight. I do appreciate it. Obviously, I appreciate all of you guys that rock up. I'm just sorry about tonight. I can't apologise anymore. I'll feel better tomorrow. I'll be bang on tomorrow. All right, I'll be back to my best. Well, not the best, but better. Thanks so much, James. Thanks so much to Ian for calling in earlier. And look, back to the good stuff tomorrow night. Thanks so much. Facilia. Or Pacilia. You just read it off there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on.
Oh, I can't hear you, on. Done something wrong with the thing. Anyway, elephant poo is what I got.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
Great, mate. Your signal is always terrible, but I'm good, my friend. Excuse me. You got an allotment? When I go, don't put artificial grass on top of me, all right?
Are you going to get composted, Lee?
Yeah,